Welcome back, Chemistry 30. So this is the shifts in equilibrium. We're doing a virtual version of the lab here. So we're going to run through all 6 of these steps and see, of course, what we get. So place about 2 mils of 1.1 molar copper or cobalt 2 chloride solution in a test tube. Record the color. So I've already done that. So you can take a look, see what you see here. And of course, it all has to do with this equilibrium here. So you can kind of see what the color is here. So we can write that down here. Then we're going to add 3 mils of concentrated HCl to the test tube. So of course 2 milliliters represents 40 drops. So I'm going to add 60 drops of HCl in the next part, and we'll take a look at what happens when I do that. Okay, so we'll add the drops. I'll try to count them out here, try not to lose count. If I don't get exactly the right amount, it's not going to be anything to worry about. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so there's my first set of 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-ish. As you can see, it's starting to change color already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So look at that, gang. Look at that. Let's give it a little bit of a shake here. So what does that look like? Look at that. Change that color. Okay, so note that down. So of course that'll be your answer for over here. We added the 3 mils of HCl to the test tube. Record the color. So what do we get there? Then next, we're going to add some water until it just changes color. So I'm going to get a water stream here, and we're going to see what happens there with that. Okay, I got a water stream going. Let's see what happens. So just a little bit. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that color. You can see that. So look at that. So mark that down, ladies and gentlemen. What color did that change to? So there we go. So that'll be the answer to number 3. Add enough water to make the test tube just change color. All right. Now we're going to do a new sample now. So we're going to start off with 2 mils of cobalt chloride 2 again. So I have another sample ready to rock and roll here. So you know what color it is here. It's the same as what it was in number 1. And it says here, add concentrated HCl dropwise until the solution just turns purple. If it turns blue, where does it say that? Oop, the bell rang, time to go. Just kidding. If the solution becomes blue, add enough to make it turn purple. So we want to make sure we have it purplish. All right, so I don't have to be as careful adding this. I want it to be purple. So I'm just going to throw a bunch of HCl in there. And again, if it turns blue, I've gone too far. Okay, now I'm getting close. I want it to be a purple color. We're really close right there. In fact, I'd say that's purple. Maybe let's add 1 more drop, just for kicks. 2 drops. Let's see what we got going on. Stop her, give it a shake. I'd say that's purple. I would say that's purple. So we're ready to move on to the next part. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to place the test tube in an ice bath that has some salt sprinkled in it and see what happens to that color. And then after that, we'll place it in a hot water bath and then note what change happens there. So let's do the ice bath first, and then we'll do the hot water bath. All right, so for the ice bath, I kind of got lazy. I just went outside and got a bunch of snow. I tried to avoid the yellow snow, so hopefully I just have the white snow here. So you can see it's purple. We'll put it in there for a while. Wish I had some background music because we're going to wait a minute or two just to see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. And right here, of course, I have a hot water bath going. It's getting pretty warm. Not boiling, but it's getting warm. So here I have the ice water bath. It was purple. Let's just take a look and see what happens to that now. Okay, it's still purple, but ooh, it looks like it might be changing. Looks like it might be changing. So it was purple. So what color is it changing into? Look at that, look at that. It's kind of losing that purple tinge, and you can see what color it's turning into. I have some blue up here for some reason, I'm not sure why, but all right. Look at that. So that's the color. That's the color in an ice bath. So you can think of it, don't think of it in terms of we're adding cold. Think of it in terms of we're removing the heat energy. So we're removing heat, okay? Now we'll put this into here, the hot water bath. And we'll see what happens there. Let's check this out. I don't have my water super hot, so it might be a little bit slower. But you can see there, it's slowly starting to change, isn't it? Adding heat. Look at that top part. I'll make it so we have a white background here, the top of this somewhat stained heater. Look at that, look at the top. Look at the top right there, look what's going on. Isn't that interesting? And of course after this, I could put it back in the ice water and it would change back to that other color. I could do this all day long if I wanted to. Take a look at that color. Take a look at that. Ooh, got a bit of sizzle by the drizzle. Look at that. So there we go. Hot water, turned that back into this color. And yeah, we could put it back in here. It'll take like a little bit while, but I can just keep going back and forth here. Have a good old time here. Heating up, cooling down. Of course, cooling down means removing heat. Oh, look at the bottom, look at the bottom. Look at that. I tell you the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, it's on the verge of turning back. All right there, so those are the observations, ladies and gentlemen, so you should be able to finish that. And of course, I'll revise this in the previous video. You should be able to figure that out. And of course, compare that to what you had in your original predictions. Was your prediction right? When you added Cl, when you added hydrochloric acid, did it turn the color you thought it would? When you added H2O, did it turn the color you should have? And by looking at what happens when an endothermic reaction happens or an exothermic reaction, what did we get? What did we see happening for here? So note that down and you should be all right. All right, we'll see you again.